Good evening, everybody, and welcome into the Buckeye Racing Network. I'm Tyler Bentley. Alongside me in the booth, as always, is Tim Henderson. Tim, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing. I was gonna try and think of a word. I feel like I'm always saying I'm fantastic, but how about you?
I'm doing wonderful, as always. We are at the Lincoln Speedway once again, here with the Short Track Rivals Racing Limited Late Model Division. Looks like we have 13 drivers signed in for action. Here, Tyler Bickford is at the top of the board and is going to set the fastest hot lap time of a 15.14 seconds. Gabe Griffin second at a 15.22, but our hot lap session is over, and we are going to roll right into qualifying here tonight and see which driver takes home quick time here. Looks like some of the drivers starting to head out on the racetrack now. Jason McManus, one of the first drivers. Dalton McDaniel also on the racetrack. Tyler Bickford as well. As more drivers start to populate around here, I think Dalton McDaniel was the first driver out, so we'll see what he's able to do here on his first lap, driving a number 69 machine. He works down the back straightaway and into 3 and 4 here for the first lap. Crosses the line on lap 1 at a 16.41. Now in third, Jason McManus, a 16.14. Tyler Bickford ran a 16.06. Matt Smith right there as well, a 16.07. We'll check out Jason McManus, or excuse me, now Tyler Bickford. His second lap was a 16.15, so a little slower. Lap 3 in the books here for Tyler, and he runs a 16.31, so going to remain second. Jason McManus at the top of the board. David Wallace in the 08 machine works his way around. Gabe Griffin also on the racetrack. Uses the high line here in 3 and 4. His first time lapped is going to be a 16.18 seconds. David Wallace, 7th quick right now. Look at Gabe Griffin. I just saw he popped up to the top of the board, a 16.01. Now he bests that with a 15.98. Awesome qualifying effort from Gabe Griffin here tonight. As we pan over to him, let's see if he was able to best it. No, a little slower on his final lap. So awesome first 2 laps though for Gabe. David Wallace just finishing up. Joseph Groom in the 11 machine runs a 16.54, 11th quick. Braden Blair a 16.60, 12th quick on the board. Looks like Joseph struggled just a bit exiting 4, almost lost the handle on the car. Braden Blair here in the 022 machine. Picks up a little bit on that lap at 16.59. He barrels down into 3 and 4 for the final time. He crosses the line and does pick up some, a 16.41 still, sitting 12th quick. Looks like maybe one other driver that's yet to qualify. Unsure if he's still in the session or not, but we got a minute and a half. Tim, anything pop out to you early on in this qualifying session?
No, I lost sight of the track here. It's getting really slick. It looks like on the entry of 1. I can't really see 3 right now because I am stuck in a scenic camera.
Yeah, I think it's doing that to me as well. But yeah, the drivers have ran in the racetrack. It's starting to get fairly slick out there, so we'll see how drivers navigate around the corners here as heat number 1 is gridding up behind the pace truck. On the front row is going to be your quick time setter, Gabe Griffin. Tyler Bickford will be to his outside. Row 2, Anthony Ramsey and David Wallace. Row 3 is going to be Tyler Radaball and Dalton McDaniel. And row 4 is going to have one driver. That would be Junior McDuff, which he is not in the session, I don't believe, so he may not make the start. As we are going to have 8 laps the distance. Everybody will make tonight's feature event, so no worrying about transfer spots or anything like that. So just more practice laps for these drivers to get under their belts, shake their setups down a little bit in traffic here, as they're going to have to contend with each other. If you're tuning in with us for the first time here on the Buckeye Racing Network, certainly want to welcome you in. Let us know who you're pulling for here tonight. Hit that like and subscribe button. That way you'll know each and every time we go live on the channel. As they pace around now just one more time, and we will get the green flag for racing action here tonight at the Lincoln Speedway. All right, Gabe Griffin is in control. Green flag is in the air, and we are underway in heat number 1. Griffin leads the way through 1 and 2. Bickford following closely behind in second. Anthony Ramsey there in third. David Wallace settles in fourth. Dalton McDaniel will be fifth. A little bit of contact between Wallace and McDaniel, as McDaniel looks like he's going to take that position down into turn 1. Slides up across the nose of Wallace. Wallace turns it back down to underneath of him, and they're drag racing down the back straightaway. Wallace with a good run into turn 3, going to try to maybe slide up, unable to do so. McDaniel going to battle back hard on the outside. Single file through the top 3. These are the first 2 side by side. McDaniel going to prevail with the momentum around the outside. Back up front, Gabe Griffin hasn't ran away with this yet. Tyler Bickford right there on his rear bumper as they go into turn 1 this time, Tim.
Yeah, off the initial start, Gabe Griffin wasted no time to get up around that cushion, and he was able to pull away, but Tyler Bickford has just chopped away at that gap, and he is all over him. I don't think that Bickford can make the pass in 1 and 2. He's just going to have to hope for another mistake through 3 and 4 out of that Gabe Griffin machine.
Yeah, a little bit of contact down the front straightaway that time as well. Also, Anthony Ramsey in a fierce battle with Dalton McDaniel. McDaniel has a peek to the inside. He has a big slider right across the nose out of turn 4. Back up front, Bickford looks underneath Gabe Griffin for the race lead this time. Bickford settles in for the moment, but has a good run into turn 3 and has a peek to the inside once again. Anthony Ramsey, a big-time slider through 3 and 4. Look out. 3 cars battling for the 3rd spot. White flag already in the air. Back up front, Gabe Griffin leads by a car length or so into turn 3. Out of turn 4 to the line. Gabe Griffin wins heat 1. Tyler Bickford will be second. Third is going to go to Dalton McDaniel. He worked by Anthony Ramsey on the last lap. David Wallace 5th, and Tyler Radaball comes home 6th here in heat 1. Awesome there, Tim. A jam-packed heat 1.
Yeah, this track is giving us a good show here. So are the drivers.
Yes, it certainly has. Heat 2 already gritting up behind the pace truck. On the front row, Jason McManus and Matt Smith. Row 2 is going to be Jonathan Scott and Ryan Howard. Row 3 is going to be Joseph Groom and Braden Blair. All right, 6 drivers once again will do battle for 8 laps here in the second heat race. Tim, surely we can see the slick spot starting entering turns 3 and turn 1.
Yeah, maybe that's why Tyler Bickford couldn't quite get that bottom rolling in 1. It looks like it's really slicked up about 50% of that turn, especially mostly on entry, but same with 3, but it's not as bad as 1.
Absolutely. How about you bring us to the green flag here in heat 2?
McManus is going to lead them off of turn 4. He gets a great launch right ahead of Ryan Howard, and Matt Smith goes all the way to the inside, was able to make that pass around Ryan Howard. Ryan Howard looks to the inside again, kind of washes up, elects to just let Matt lead for a little bit. And you have Braden Blair, who's rounding up 4th, then Jonathan Scott, and Joseph Groom was just in the wall, I believe.
Yeah, Joseph Groom got in the wall and towed the car into the pit area, but we remain under green flag conditions. All single filed out up to now, but Jason McManus may have bumped the inside wall. Yeah, he's got damage on the left front of his race car. That's going to allow Matt Smith to close right up on his rear bumper. Ryan Howard working the cushion through 1 and 2. Top 3 pretty much nose to tail as we're coming to the halfway point here in heat race number 2. Looks like that damage hasn't affected McManus too much, as he's still able to hold pace and remain out in front for now. Ryan Howard has been working over Matt Smith, searching around. He's ran high, he's ran low, trying to find a way around to move into the second place position. Good run that time for Ryan Howard out of turn 2. Has a peek to the inside. Matt Smith trying to shut the door on him, though. They almost make major contact. Just 2 laps to go. Howard going to go up high. Matt Smith will be down low. Howard, once again, great run out of turn 2. Looks to the inside. I think he makes contact. Yes, he did. Matt Smith going to fend off that charge for now. White flag in the air, though, for leader Jason McManus as he works the outside out of turn 2. Going to use the outside once again in 3 and 4. Flagman has the checkered flag waving. Jason McManus wins heat 2. Matt Smith holds on for 2nd. Ryan Howard will be 3rd. Braden Blair crosses the line there in 4th. And Jonathan Scott 5th. Joseph Groom will be credited with 6th in the pit area. All right, 5 minutes go on the clock. One last opportunity for these drivers to make any fine-tuning adjustments to those setups before we roll into feature action, which will be 30 laps here in just over 4.5 minutes. You see each and every one of these drivers starting to make their way out of the pit area onto the racetrack. We are going to take a moment, though, step away, get a word from our sponsor over at Premier Racing Setups. All right, everybody, welcome back in here again. Big thanks to our partners over at Premier Racing Setups. Don't forget to use the code Buckeye15 for 15% off an individual setup pack. Try Premier Racing Setups today. As we bring to a close our warm-up session, Gabe Griffin, Jason McManus, Tyler Bickford at the top of the timing charts here in warm-up. Ryan Howard right there as well. McManus, Bickford, and Howard only separated by 1/100th of a second each. Gabe Griffin with 8/100ths of a second or so quicker than Jason McManus. So, Tim, I gotta ask, as we do each and every broadcast, who is going to be your driver to watch here tonight?
You know, that's 2 nights in a row that you beat me here. I'm not pleased about that, but oh man, this is gonna be tough. I don't think you can't really count anyone out. I don't think you can't rule anyone out of this race. Well, that's tough. I'm gonna go with Jason McManus here.
All right, that's a great pick here tonight. I'm going to go with the driver starting on the inside of row 2, Tyler Bickford. That'll be my driver to watch here tonight. If you're watching with us on the Buckeye Racing Network, let us know your driver to watch here tonight. We always enjoy seeing those. Dana Burdick chiming in out there, saying good evening, Tim and Tyler. Good evening to you. That's one of the admins here for the Short Track Rivals Racing League. A couple of Gabe Griffin fans out there as well. On the front row, Gabe Griffin and Jason McManus. Row 2, Tyler Bickford, Matt Smith. Row number 3 will be Dalton McDaniel and Ryan Howard. Row 4, Anthony Ramsey and Braden Blair. Row 5 is going to be David Wallace and Jonathan Scott. Row 6 is going to be Tyler Radaball and Joseph Groom. I believe that's going to round out the field. Row 7, it's saying Junior McDuff, but he has not been here at all tonight and will be a scratch for tonight's feature. So 12 drivers will do battle for 30 laps here tonight. Got a Tyler Radaball fan out there as well. Again, certainly appreciate seeing those messages come across. Field works down the back straightaway. Pace truck has peeled off. Gabe Griffin in control for the start. Good start for everybody. Green flag is in the air. We're ready to rock and roll from Lincoln for 30 laps. McManus, good run on the outside through 1 and 2. Be careful, almost contact between himself and Gabe Griffin. 3 wide, just a little further back, but they are side by side down the front straightaway at the completion of lap number 1. McManus using the cushion to his advantage here. He takes the race lead out of turn 2. Look at Tyler Bickford using the inside. He's right there in touch with the 2 leaders. A little bit behind that, Matt Smith. Ryan Howard, Dalton McDaniel was 3 wide. Matt Smith pulls in front of both of those drivers. As I say that, Ryan Howard with a whale of a run around the outside, challenging for that 4th place position. Anthony Ramsey right there as well. Great battling here. 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th. Back up front, Jason McManus still using the outside. Gabe Griffin using the middle to the low side. Tyler Bickford all the way down to the inside. They are single file. Ryan Howard now in the 4th place position. Anthony Ramsey getting around Matt Smith on the outside. Matt Smith may have to move up a little bit with that race car because he's under fire from the 69 machine of Dalton McDaniel. Then behind Dalton's going to be Braden Blair and David Wallace, and a little bit of a gap back to Joseph Groom, Jonathan Scott, and then Tyler Radaball.
Oh boy, throw these 3 under a blanket in the back behind Matt Smith.
Yeah, big contact. Anthony Ramsey I think he got up into the wall. I don't know if he had any help or not, or if that car just got out of shape. We're going to take another look at this.
Yeah, it looks like he was out of shape before he even got into the turn.
Yeah, it looks
Just
like, I mean, you can see how much wheel he has in it to get the car to turn. It looks like he got into turn one and the car did not get into the corner and set the way he wanted to, and it just drove straight up into the outside wall. Luckily enough, everybody else was able to avoid it, so Anthony with big damage there, but everybody else able to make their way around without any issues. Looks like he was able to bring his car down to the attention of his crew and going to rejoin the field in the 12th position. Still a long ways to go here tonight yet, though, Tim. Seen Jason McManus use that outside line in the early going to work his way around Gabe Griffin.
Yeah, it's the outside line looks like it's the premium line here tonight. Haven't seen many people make that inside line work, so.
Yeah, McManus, though, is on the inside for this restart. Let's see how he manages it. He fires. We're back underway. He's going to be leading into turn one. Moves straight up to the outside. Tyler Bickford, though, going to try to use the inside to his advantage. Looks like he's going to tuck up in line in third. Ryan Howard right behind him in fourth. Look at Gabe Griffin all over the rear bumper of McManus. Big time slide job through 1 and 2. McManus going to cross over right underneath him down the back straightaway. Awesome battling for the top spot. Tyler Bickford, though, with a good run on the inside through 3 and 4. Looks like Anthony Ramsey with another issue as he is in the pit lane once again. So close between McManus and Griffin. A little further back behind, you got Dalton McDaniel underneath Braden Blair as they're going to race each other tight into turn one. Blair just a touch higher than McDaniel. Blair keeps a hold of 6-4 now.
Oh,
Up front,
three wide for the lead. Gabe Griffin slides up in front of McManus. Bickford still holding on to third. McManus slides right back by Gabe Griffin. Bickford trying to make that low line work. Gabe slides back up in front of McManus. McManus back underneath them.
Wow, what a battle. Crossover, slide jobs. We couldn't ask for better racing for the lead here tonight at the Lincoln Speedway. Gabe Griffin has a peek once again to the inside, not able to slide all the way up. That's going to allow Tyler Bickford to take a peek to his inside, getting into turn 3. As these three battle, Ryan Howard is slowly but surely closing back in. And soon enough, we're going to have a 4, maybe a 5-car battle as Matt Smith right on the bumper of Ryan Howard. McManus playing a defensive line now as he's trying to cover the inside to keep from Gabe Griffin making a big move into one of these corners. All three run the top side through 1 and 2. All three run the inside in 3 and 4. Kind of let the cars slide up on exit. Griffin right on the bumper still. Quick check a little further back in the pack as the yellow flag is being displayed. And I believe I know what the cause of this is. Anthony Ramsey rejoined the field out of the pit area, and that brought the yellow flag out, Tim.
Yeah, you can't blame him. Just trying to get everything that he can out of tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. It's the way it goes in the sim. Somebody exits the pits and it throws the yellow, thinking that there's an issue on the racetrack. So no drivers with any damage or anything like that. If anything, Tim, that's going to bunch it back up and give us another exciting restart here.
Yeah, I wonder if Ryan Howard, if he learned anything out of that restart. If he can throw his hat in the mix. Same with Matt Smith.
Yeah, absolutely. We kind of seen the drivers using the outside in 1 and 2, and they're using a bit of a slider line in 3 and 4. And it seemed like everybody was wanting to do that. So we'll see what, like you said, what Ryan Howard and Matt Smith learned from the previous restart. As we go 2x2 once again. Jason McManus, Gabe Griffin, side by side. We'll see if McManus gets another good restart here. He is in control. Green flag back in the air. McManus, a good restart. Going to take the high side in 1 and 2. Bickford still on the inside, 3 wide just behind. Ryan Howard, Dalton McDaniel, Matt Smith. Look at Howard with a big runner on the outside. He takes a peek to the inside of Tyler Bickford into 3 and 4, and they're going to be side by side exiting 4. Bickford with the momentum is going to prevail. Matt Smith still underneath Dalton McDaniel, exiting turn 2. That's battle for the 5th position. Matt Smith now falls back into 6th. Braden Blair right there in 7th. Up front, Gabe Griffin not giving Jason McManus a rest. As now there is a little bit of space between our top 3. Dalton McDaniel, good run through 3 and 4. He takes a peek to the inside of Ryan Howard. Nothing doing this time. He's going to follow him through turn 1 on the outside. Looks like Anthony Ramsey trying to pass a few cars, although being 7 laps down, so just racing for pride at this point. Back up front, Tyler Bickford may have found something on the inside of the racetrack here. Starting to make up some time down there. McManus covers the inside. Doesn't allow Griffin or Bickford to make a move. McManus and Griffin ran all the way up on the cushion through 1 and 2. Now everybody looks like they're using that slider line through 3 and 4. Already just 7 laps to go. Gabe Griffin, slide job through 1 and 2. Jason McManus turns it back underneath of him down the back straightaway. And he's going to slide across his nose through 3 and 4. Awesome battling once again for the lead. Look, 3 wide. Tyler Bickford was down there. He says, don't mind if I do, fellas. You guys are going to keep throwing the sliders. I might just squeak by you on the inside. Slide job for the race lead once again. This time at the line, 5 laps to go. Oh my goodness, 3 wide once again. Jason McManus. What a move to the inside. Is he going to clear Griffin? He does this time. Bickford still down low. What's going to happen here in these final 3 laps? I don't know. We're about to find out right here. Griffin tries the slider, wasn't able to complete it. McManus still leads the way. Bickford still committed to the inside. Oh my goodness, I think there was just a bit of contact between Gabe Griffin and Jason McManus. 2 laps to go. Less than that now as they're out of turn number 2. Tyler Bickford still using the inside. Go ahead. White flag's in the air, Tim.
I was just about to say the same thing.
They work out of turn 2 for the final time. Down the back straightaway, McManus has the advantage into turn 3. He's going to try to cover the inside. Out of turn 4, Jason McManus is going to win tonight at the Lincoln Speedway. Gabe Griffin, a valiant effort there. Coming home in 2nd, Tyler Bickford as well there in 3rd. We'll get to talk to our top 3 in just a moment. But folks, what A battle for the lead, a battle for the win. Good, clean, and hard battling. Love to see it. So awesome job from these three drivers here tonight. We'll get to hear from their perspective in just a few moments. We're going to get to take a look at the final results here. And after that, we'll get the interviews underway. We know our top three. Fourth, Ryan Howard comes home in fourth. Dalton McDaniel will be fifth. Matt Smith, sixth. David Wallace, seventh. Jonathan Scott in eighth. Tyler Rattlebaugh, ninth. Joseph Groom in 10th. Braden Blair, 11th. Anthony Ramsey, 12th. And Junior McDuff will be credited with 13th here tonight. All right, everybody, we're going to kick off our interviews and start with our third place finisher, Tyler Bickford. Hey, Tyler, it's Tyler and Tim up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
All right, man. What a battle there for the win. You were committed down to the inside, just hoping maybe for Griffin and McManus to maybe get tied up together and you were going to squeak by on the inside. Tell us about that battle all night here at the Lincoln Speedway.
Well, I tell you what, I had a pretty good view. I didn't really get to throw any sliders or elbows, but it was fun. It was fun racing. It was fun to watch and to be right there.
Yeah, absolutely. And another great finish for you as we click off another week here in the limited late model division. How are we going to keep carrying that momentum in the next week?
Man, just staying smooth and hitting my marks. I think I missed the gearing a little bit tonight, so I couldn't really run the top like the front two were, but just staying smooth and consistent.
Absolutely. Tim, do you have anything to ask Tyler?
Yeah, what was so key about running that bottom? What allowed you to do it so well?
I just kind of drove it like an asphalt car. That's about it. I don't know. The car was loose on exit, so I just had to be really easy on the throttle and drive it in as straight as possible.
Absolutely. Well, good deal. Tyler, before we let you go, who would you like to thank?
You guys for broadcasting, STR for putting it on, and I've been forgetting this guy, but Bowman Designs, he always hooks me up with some good looking wraps. So
All right. Well, we certainly appreciate you jumping up here, getting a word in with us here tonight. We'll let you celebrate your third place finish.
thank you. Have a good one.
You as well. All right. Now we'll talk to our second place finisher, Gabe Griffin. Hey, Gabe, it's Tyler and Tim up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Man, what a battle between yourself and Jason McManus here tonight. Put on an awesome show for us up here in the booth and each and every person watching here tonight on the Buckeye Racing Network. Tell us a little bit about that. And did you have fun? Was it frustrating? Let us know what was running through your head here tonight.
And it was really like frustrating and fun at the same time because three car battle for the lead about the whole race, and frustrating part is that I couldn't get around him once I lost him. But yeah, that track's kind of hard to pass whenever, especially in the limited late models. You can't really get there's no really acceleration to get back into it that quick. But yeah, I try to throw sliders and try to get around him as much as I could, but he always cut underneath me and get around me.
Absolutely. You guys put on a whale of a show and a fantastic finish for you here tonight coming home in second. Tim, do you have anything to ask Gabe?
Yeah, what was so key about the track tonight?
I love the track. It was a top side track. That's what I'm really good at. Top, especially on the limited, you kind of want to be on the top.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
you're good.
Yeah, you use the top to your advantage here tonight. Like I said, we've talked about it. Put on a heck of a show, battling for the lead. Before we let you go tonight, Gabe, anybody you'd like to thank?
I like to thank my dad. He's the reason I run this. He He's the one that put me up to this. I like to thank him. M&E Engine Service. I really don't know the car. Bilstein Shocks, Longhorn Chassis. Y'all for hosting the race, and streaming it. Love it. I'll probably go back and watch what I did wrong. Yeah, other than that, that was a great race.
All right, Gabe. Well, we certainly appreciate you talking to us here tonight. We'll let you celebrate that second place finish.
Thank you.
All right, now we'll get Jason's perspective here, bringing home the checkered flag tonight. Hey, Jason, it's Tyler and Tim up in the broadcast booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Well, what a battle between you and Gabe Griffin. I know Tyler Bickford was right there as well. He didn't get to throw any of those jabs and sliders like you and Gabe did lap after lap. Tell us about that battle tonight.
Oh man, that battle was amazing. I'm glad that we both had the cars to do it, and that this track was phenomenal. Track crew put on an amazing track for us to run at. Man, couldn't thank them enough.
Yeah, absolutely. Couldn't have asked for a better show for us up here in the booth and everybody watching on the Buckeye Racing Network. Tim, you got anything for Jason?
Yeah, Jason, I heard you on the radio calling the restarts. A little bit of gamesmanship right there. But outside of that, how nerve-wracking was out of the last restart okay, Gabe Griffin didn't really have the momentum to do any slide jobs off the last restart, but you made an error out of 4, sliding up just a little too much, allowing him to get underneath you going into 1. What was going through your head all night?
Man, I came into this thinking that it was gonna be top all night, and then I saw Gabe on the bottom in 3 and 4, and he passed me, and I just knew I had to do something else because there's no way he's able to blow my doors off in the bottom like that and get away with it. So I started running that bottom, got back around him, and I just kind of kept that lineup, and then I changed it going in 5 to go. I ran the top in 3 and 4, and it felt good, so I just kept rolling it. And it track was amazing. I love the fact that he was able to race with me like that, very clean.
Yeah, absolutely. You guys had a clean and tough battle here tonight. Jason, before we let you go, anybody you'd like to thank?
Yeah, I want to thank you guys for putting on this amazing broadcast. I want to thank Track Crews for putting on an amazing race, amazing track. I want to thank Gabe for racing with me, Tyler for racing with me cleanly. I want to thank my team, Jason McMahon of Sim Sports. I want to thank Extreme Rap Studio. I want to thank Majulse Speed Shop, and I want to thank Victory Fuels. Really, that's it. They all helped me.
All right, Jason. Well, again, congratulations on that awesome victory here tonight at the Lincoln Speedway, and we'll let you celebrate it.
All right, man. Thank you.
All right, Tim, man, what else is there to say after that awesome race we witnessed here tonight?
Yeah, just a beautiful night for racing, and we got blessed with a wonderful one here tonight again.
Yeah, that we sure did. Lincoln Speedway, it put on a show for us here on the Buckeye Racing Network. Big shout out to these drivers here at STRR for putting on that awesome battle for us. Upcoming for us on the Buckeye Racing Network, we'll be back live next Tuesday night with STRR's 305 Sprint Division right at 9 o'clock. Come out, join us, be a part of it. And again, next week on Thursday night, we'll be back for the next race in the limited late model division. That's also at 9 o'clock as well. So please come out and be a part of that. Remember, hit the like and subscribe button. That way you know each and every time we go live on the channel. But that's going to do it for us here tonight from the Lincoln Speedway. For Tim Henderson, I'm Tyler Bentley. Good night.